Today's video is called Blocksy Basics Revealing the Power. We're going to show you how to make a website using Blocksy. Okay, so right now we just have a default one-page template from WordPress. So first, we want to install Blocksy. So let's go hover over Appearance and click on Themes. And if it isn't over here, let's click on Add New Theme. And we can search popular themes. So there's Astra, there's the other ones here. Let's type in Blocksy. Oops. And Blocksy should appear here. So let's click on Install. And let's wait for that to install. And let's click on Activate once it's done. And now it's activated. Now we're going to get this pop-up over here, install Blocksy Companion. Make sure to click this or else it'll be very difficult to utilize Blocksy. So click on install Blocksy Companion, wait for it to install and activate, and we now have this tab called Blocksy. And we have our options over here, like quick shortcuts. We have our starter sites, some extensions. Okay, so we can enable and disable certain things. So right now we have cookies, consent, newsletter, subscribe, product reviews, trending posts, and these are ones that are with the premium version of Blocksy. And then we have some recommended plugins over here, and changelog if you want to see what the differences are between the versions. All right, so let's click on starter sites, and you can see there are pro-only ones, but if you click on this filter over here, let's click on free. There are a whole bunch of starter sites to choose from. So we can choose from categories. So if we wanted to make a blog, there are some options here. If we had a business, we could choose these. If we had a personal blog, we could use that. If we had news, there's one apparently. A nonprofit organization, some travel options here, and we have e-commerce, which lets us make a web shop. Okay, so let's decide to make one. And let's click on this furniture one. Let's click on preview. It takes us to a different site altogether, but we can test drive the functionality of our site, like add to cart, go on the about page, go on the blog page, see the example blog posts, look at our cart, check out our account. It's probably going to ask us to log in if that feature is even enabled, and we can take a look at everything. So there we go. I'm happy with this. So let's go ahead and click on Import and make sure to click on Install Child Theme, Gutenberg. You can use any of these and make sure these are all checked. Next, make sure Clean Install is selected and click on Install. We'll wait for this to load up and let's see how we're going to customize our website. So we can either click on Customize or View the site, but since it's installed, let's go ahead and refresh our domain over here, our website, and you can see we have the same one installed, and we have some other products here, but those are just leftovers from our backend, and there are our own personal blog posts on our backend. So let's go ahead and change up the website to make it our own, and let's go ahead and after that make our own blog posts and add our own products. So let's click on Customize over here. Or from our dashboard, if we open up our WP admin site, we can hover over Appearance and click on Customize. It takes us to Customizer. It's all the same. So for general, we can change the layout. We can change how wide everything is. You can see that changes. We can change our buttons and so on. But let's start off with our header. And we can change up our menu. So if we wanted our menu to be in the middle bottom, if we wanted our search to be here, we could do that, and you can see, okay, and we can drag and drop different menus over here. We can click on our logo or our these boxes themselves, and we can customize them depending on how we want it. So let's keep it simple. Let's just select one logo, our logo, and that should appear over there. And we can change the design over here. We can click on that. We can change the logo height, make it a bit bigger. And alternatively, for our menu, we click on that. We can select which menu we can use, and we can select how it looks like. And we can also change the spacing and so on. Now let's move on to our footer, and it should be the same. Down here, we can move things or delete things. So let's, for example, this newsletter or these useful links, widget number 3, just click on X, and it should go away. Widget area 4, right? We can customize here by adding things to our block. So we can add, let's say, a categories list, right? Just click that on there, and it should appear here. And if we scroll down here, we get categories list over here. Okay, so let's head over back, and next we can change the colors. So for the whole website, we can use color palettes, and it gives us a bunch of options here. So we can change everything to green, or we can change everything to orange, and that looks a bit brighter and it's a bit nicer. But you can also just change everything according to the color slider. Next, let's talk about typography. These are all serif fonts. So the base font, let's make it a sans serif font. Let's make it Arial. Let's make this Helvetica. And then for our heading number 2, which most of these are, let's make it Impact. Or monospace. And you can see it's completely different. And you can change all of the fonts and the sizes and so on just by clicking on the preferences here. Okay. And finally, we can go ahead and change our blog layout. So blog posts, we can change the look of our layout here. We can change it to this one. I'll probably keep it on classic, just like that. We can change for different categories for single posts. So if we clicked on this one, this article about Croatia, you can see that we can change the layout, normal width, and we can put the sidebar here if we have one of those. Okay, there you go. And we can also change the content style, area style if it's boxed or unboxed. And if you click on design, we can change whether or not we want to display our featured image, our share box, our post box, and so on. All right, I think down here we'll find that. There you go. And finally, for our pages, we also have different layouts for those. But also, we have our product archives if you have a web shop. If you don't, you can just stop watching here. But if you do, we have general preferences here. We also have our archives, and you can see we have 2 different options, and you'll see they will change. All right. And we can customize how many columns and rows we have. And we can customize things based on that. And then for single products, let's click on this table here. Like with a blog post, we can put narrow width, and it shrinks down, or normal width, or right sidebar, left sidebar. And we don't have one available right now. And we can also remove the upsells and whatnot. Okay, so once we're done customizing our site, right, we changed our logo, we can add text and change menus. We know how to organize the layout or the format of the site. How do we change the actual content itself? So let's click on Publish first to save all of our changes, and let's move on to the next step. That is by going on to the website itself and finding the page you want to edit. So, for example, we have our home page here. Let's click on Edit Page. You can see that the menu and heading and stuff, all that stuff disappears. So all you have to do, and the beauty of having a starter site, is you just click on anything. So let's say we want to change this one to welcome to website assets. And then we can change, let's say we wanted to configure this button to where it would go. We can change how it looks like, but also we can change the link, right? We can also change the colors and the icon and so on. Actually, it's kind of hard to see, so let's just leave it back on to the default one. And we can change this video here to something else, or image to something else. Let's change it to this one here with a tablet thing. Okay. And we can also change our categories here, our featured products. And again, you can just change this by typing it, by clicking and then typing. And you can see we have a bunch of different options here. I can change the font or the heading style and the size of the whole thing and the font from here to make it separate. You can also put the background on it or not. Right? And that looks good. And we can just do everything the same way for everything else. So let's just save that real quick. And let's go back to our website. And you can see it's now customized. Now, how about adding products if you have a product page? Well, let's go back to our dashboard, and under WooCommerce, let's click on that. We have a bunch of options we should get if we want to set it up. But if we click on products, we can see all of our products listed out. And if you wanted to add a new product, we can do so the same. Let's say, and then free flight. And we can put this 0, or let's say it was a $324 flight and it's now free. We can also add the product image. And I think we have a picture of the arch in St. Louis. Okay. And you can add tags and stuff here. We can add short description, so on and so forth. We have videos on this. So let's click on publish. It should save. And once we're done, let's head over to our shop and we'll refresh it. Okay, so it's saved. Let's refresh our site. And if it doesn't appear, let's just sort by latest. And we get 100% off complimentary ticket to Missouri. All right, how about making a blog post for our blog page? Okay, so let's head over here and click on posts and then add a new post. And we'll just title it, "Why Does My Power Bank Not Last?" And let's say, "Because you don't." And we can just type paragraphs like that. Alternatively, if we click on the block inserter, we can add columns, a map, and just for visual's sake, let's put a map on here. And then let's add another one down here, right? Choose a block, plus, and then let's add a calendar. And we have our calendar over here. And if you wanted to add an image, the same thing, we can click it on here, and then image, and then we can select from our media library, and let's just insert an image of the box of power banks here. And then if you wanted to move it up, you can either click the 6.2 dot thing, or you can click these arrows and you can move things up and down. Okay, so let's publish this, and let's refresh our blog page. And you can see, why does my power bank not last? We didn't set up a featured image. Let's set it to be, this one. Set featured image. Save it. Wait for it to save. And then refresh our blog. And you can see we have a brand new blog post over here. Why does my power bank not last? Click on that. Well, it's because you don't charge it. And then we have other images here. We have a map. We have a calendar. And that's about it. That's the basics of using a Blocksy site. You just click on the things you want to change. You have options to choose to change what you want to change. And everything else is basic WordPress stuff. So if you found this video helpful, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe to our channel, as it really helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. Show this kind of video to other nerds like us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.